Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today we're going to do a video that I thought I already done in the past, but apparently I didn't. It's just a Convoy C8 with a XHP 50.2 3 volt. I would have sworn that I've already done this in the past, but then when I went to look through my videos on YouTube, I realized that it's not even there. So sometimes I might record videos and then I don't use them and stuff. That happens quite often. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm in the shed. I've got the light on here. I've got a light on up here and another light. So hopefully there's enough light. So yeah, this is it here. This is a XHP 50 inside a Convoy C8. This Convoy is pretty old. I'm using a direct drive. The what are they? The BLF ones. The 7 and 4 mode. Right now it's on the 4 mode. I'll put this up. Well, I should have done this video like a year ago. But I've been rocking this now for quite a while. But they're starting to sell them now. I'm not sure if Convoy themselves makes them, but I've seen them for sale at a few other places where you can get high power drivers and the XHP 50.2 inside this light. So it is a pretty good combo. The LED isn't too much bigger than the stock Cree X-Symbol 2 that I came with. And of course on mine, as you can see, I've got the dome shaved. So that should hopefully give it a little bit of extra lumens. Well, not lumens. A little bit of extra throw. It is bloody bright, but it's really, really bright. It's a fun toy. Only other thing I'll do to this is instead of using a C8, I'll probably use an M21A. So then you can use 21700 cells. Because I just brought some of those Molly cells, the 40s. And they do incredibly good amperage. It's insane. So this thing does about 10 amps. I've actually got my clamp meter out here. We'll give that a go, and I've been blabbering on. Everyone's probably already fast forwarded. I don't blame you. Alright, first up, let's do a lux test at 3 meters away, or a candela test. About 3 meters here, should be somewhere around about that. That should be pretty far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be the brightest mode there. Let me just move it around a bit. It's already heating up. Alright, I'll get that number and then I'll show you guys. Alright guys, now we'll test the lumens output. About 16.6 lux equals 1 lumen in the ceiling bounce test. For some reason these C8s never tend to do too well, but we'll be looking at hopefully getting 2000 lux, I hope. Oh, that's the wrong C8. Oops. I can't even read what that says. I think it says, let me put it on max. Looks like it's pretty stable. You guys can probably see better than me because the camera is right in front of me. Let me just have a quick look. Turn off the light. So about 170. It peaked at 180. But I'll calculate that with the camera off and we'll see how many lumens that it has. Alright guys, so that last test got us 2822 lumens, which is okay. I just remember the spring on the back spring isn't bypassed on the light because I put a new spring in there because the old one wasn't working too great. They were both colored, but I think I burnt out the old switch. So I never really do this, but I do have a clamp meter now, so we might as well test out the amps. This cord is a little bit too thin, so keep that in mind. We're not going to get the best results. So you can see it's pulling over 10 amps, almost 11 amps there, 11 amps. And that is with a pretty worn out cell and a pretty thin piece of copper cable. So it done over 11 amps. And this is way too thin. So yeah, you can see that's why it's doing so many lumens, the 2800. If you'd like to see this clamp meter being used more to test out more drivers, just write it in the comments and we'll make some videos. Alright, let's go outside now before it gets too much light. Okay guys, so today is tomorrow as it always goes. That testing yesterday took out more time than I thought, and I didn't have enough time to get the beam shots done because light was coming up. So yeah, so if you appreciate the work that I do, like and subscribe to the videos. Alright, so this is on mode 2 out of the 4 mode B or left driver. So as we know, this will be mode 3 and this will be direct drive. So you can see it is almighty bright. So we measured it at 2822 lumens, I believe, and 58,000 CD. So it is super bright. Look at that. It will step down within 30 seconds, but that's okay. To the tree at 100 meters, it gets there easy. Lights it up like daytime. And back to the yard, so you can see it is an absolute beast. Just to compare it to a few lights, I've got a stocky. It's not even stock. It's actually done up, but it gets at least half the lumens to what this light gets. So as you can see, you just step down. Even on mode 3, I think it's supposed to be current limited, but it still gets like an amazing output. And even makes it to the tree at 100 meters still. Not bad. So yeah, we'll try out the other C8 and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so on right now we've got a C8 that's got a BLF direct drive in it also, but it's got a XML2, I think it's a U3 or U4 bin. 2, 3, 4. So this will be the XHP50 here, and this is the XML2 here. So you can see there's no comparison. The XML2 just floods it. Sorry, the XHP50 just floods it out. It's at least twice as many lumens. When I checked it in the ceiling bounce test, it was at least twice as many. And even throw-wise, because the XML2 still has the dome one, it doesn't even throw that far. Like, it makes it to the tree, but it doesn't get there probably quite as good as this. But the candela rating should be pretty similar between them both. They are both C8s. Did it step down yet? Yeah, it stepped down. What about this one? No. But I can feel the heat. So yeah, so XML2 here and XHP50 here. So quite a massive difference. Even though the XML2 is on the direct drive, still doesn't stand a chance. I did order some XML3s, but they're yet to come. So hopefully when I get them, we can do a side by side. That should be more fair, I think. Alright guys, this is the C8 with that tiny 1mm CMSMLPN Q1, whatever it's called, the 1mm by 1mm Osram. So it's not going to be that bright, but it does throw like a friggin' machine to 100 meters. You can see that there. That's the smallest beam from a C8 that you'll ever see, I think. Unless you build a C8 with an LEP, then that's the smallest one that you'll ever see. It is current limited. It's not going to be anywhere near as close to the output. You may be looking like 900 lumens, maybe just 950, but it does give a pretty good comparison to, let's just say, like a stock C8. So XHP50 here and the little Osram here. So obviously no chance, but the Osram does actually pierce through the brightness of the XHP50. It just has so much throw. It's just amazing. I'd have to say these two builds side by side is pretty cool. They're complete opposites, but they're probably the two most fun builds that you can have with a C8. This one being if you want to throw far, and this one being if you just want to like blind some cunt. So yeah. Alright guys, that's pretty much the video done. It's starting to become light again. It just stepped down. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and leave some comments and feedback. Alright, thanks guys.